3 years ago, I solved the Rubik's Cube for the first time, and since then, I have learned to solve 9 different types of Rubik's Cubes. And one thing I've realized over the past 3 years is that Rubik's Cubes require regular maintenance in order to keep them working properly. I will discuss the history of the Rubik's Cube, how to maintain a Rubik's Cube, and how to adjust a Rubik's Cube's action. According to dictionary.com, the definition of a Rubik's Cube is a puzzle consisting of a cube with colored faces made of 26 smaller blocks attached to a spindle in the center, the object being to rotate the blocks until each face of the cube is a single color. According to Rubix.com, it took Erno Rubik, the inventor of the Rubik's Cube, over a month to solve his own creation. Erno Rubik invented the Rubik's Cube, which was originally called the Magic Cube, in 1974. He originally created the Rubik's Cube to help his college students understand three-dimensional problems. Erno received a patent for the Magic Cube in 1975, according to Rubix.com. The materials needed to perform maintenance on a Rubik's Cube is first, a Rubik's Cube. Then you also need a screwdriver to disassemble the Rubik's Cube. You need a form of lubricant. I often use cooking oil. And paper towels to clean the surfaces of all of the pieces of the Rubik's Cube. The first thing that is needed to be done when performing maintenance on a Rubik's Cube is actually to disassemble it. So there are 2 ways to disassemble it. First, you can take off one of the center caps and unscrew the screw that holds in the center piece. However, I personally prefer to take off one of the edge pieces by making a half turn on one of the sides and then prying up on the piece until it comes out. On a Rubik's Cube, there are only 3 different types of pieces. You have an edge piece, you have a corner piece, and you have the centers. There are 8 corner pieces, 12 edge pieces, and 6 center pieces. And all of these have to be cleaned regularly in order to keep the Rubik's Cube functioning. The next step is to take a paper towel and clean the surfaces of all of the pieces to remove any dirt that has accumulated on the pieces. And this process needs to be done to all of the Rubik's Cube pieces, including the core, which holds the entire Rubik's Cube together. Once you have cleaned the surfaces of all of the pieces, the next step is to apply the lubricant. There are 2 ways to do this. You can either spray the lubricant into the core, which then spreads out over time to all of the different pieces, or you can use a paper towel and spray the lubricant onto the paper towel and apply it to each piece individually, which is more time consuming, but it ensures that the oil gets to all different segments of the Rubik's Cube. Once this is done, the last step is to reassemble the Rubik's Cube. And it is very simple. You just put in all of the pieces except for one edge, and you take that edge and you turn the side so that the edge ends up being in between 2 of the sides, and then you simply pry the piece back into place. And that is it as far as cleaning and lubricating the Rubik's Cube. However, in some cases, it is also necessary to adjust the action of the Rubik's Cube, which is the actual amount that the sides can come out from the center. This can be done by simply removing one of the center caps and taking a screwdriver and either loosening or tightening the screw. And then, once you've done this to all of the sides, you then just replace the center caps. I demonstrated how to perform maintenance on a Rubik's Cube. Very few tools are required, and they are easily accessible anywhere. Lastly, I briefly overviewed the history of the Rubik's Cube. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.